And hey, hello there, RJB here from RJB TV with yet again, I've got lined up for you some entertainment in the form of Gensay against 458 game number 3. So far, both players managed to get a one single win each, which means that we are in for an exciting game 3 as both players are on equal footing. Neither of the two has a lead, which is 50-50. So let's start hammering and partying, because it's getting a little bit hot in here. And I mean, really, it's getting a little bit hot in here. The temperature is rising to uncomfortable levels of heat. And I don't have air conditioning yet. So for the next couple of days, it's going to be too damn hot in here. And I figured I might as well just cast all the games that I want to right now before the room gets too damn hot. Before the temperature goes too damn high. So that's why we are now looking at both Gensay and 458 here on the fastest map. The map that we have seen so many times, at least if you're a long-time viewer. This is pretty much just the only map that I cast. Nothing else. Sometimes I do cast the space map, but that's a fastest map as well. It's just all fast maps all around, all day, every single video. I do think I once casted like 4 games from a Moonlight Pro League with professional players on the normal maps, and I didn't continue on with that because I just didn't feel comfortable enough. Maybe I have to build that sense of comfort with the professional games on the normal maps by just doing it more often. Maybe that's something I should start doing in the future. Professional games, normal maps, in addition to the fastest maps. Maybe that's something I should start doing. That all aside there, though, we have Gateway first here from 458 because Gensay likes to go for very early barrack marine rushes, kind of like this. That's why he gets the Gateway first, because if he goes for the Forge first and then goes for a choke into a Gateway, there's a chance that the cannons in the choke will die to a rush. Gensay is very good at those very aggressive early game rushes. That's why we have the Gateway into a Nexus instead of Nexus into a Forge into a Gateway here from 458. He's playing it safe, not taking a single risk, because that's what he does. Well, he does take risks sometimes, but not often. Does not often take risks. Gensay is the opposite. He loves taking risks. Risks left, risks on the right, all risks in the front and the back, risks all the time, today, tomorrow, yesterday. Risks are what this guy eats for breakfast. Although no risks taken today, he goes for a very safe early game choke. Maybe he changed his ways from being a risky player to being a safer player. Maybe both players are just going to play this safe, which is a little bit uncharacteristic from Gensay, but who knows, we still have to wait and see what he's going to do. But this here, this choke, this early on, is very safe. And he's doing that choke because he wants to go for double command center added on to the first one. So triple command center there from Gensay. Gonna be a whole lot of money coming into the bank. Whereas for 458, Cybercore now on the way. 2 cannons in the front. Zealots cannot get into that base. And we have a small little counter move here from Gensay. He's gonna try to kill the Zealots, or at least box 458 into his main base. Not allowed to leave. That is the plan. They're not allowed to leave this base. Well, the Marines are right there, although it's only 7 of them. 3-4 Zealots should be enough to, push those Marines back home, send them back where they came from. They're not allowed here. They're not... Nobody wants them around here. They're in the wrong kind of neighborhood. This is a special place only for the most elite, the most genetically modified Zealots, Probes, Dragoons, the Protoss. So yeah, small little move forward there from 458. Gensay there, caught off guard, kind of caught sleeping, moves away in time before losing everything, but lost more than he should have. And that one in the back gets taken down as well. His friends were blocking the way. So factory on the way there for Gensay, and barrack number 3. We have Stim on the way. No finished supply depot in the front there yet. There's not really a full wall there yet. We have 458 going for Dark Templars or just straight into Storms. Not sure what he's going to do. But we have the Citadel of Adun into a Robotics, into a Templar's Archive, into a Support Bay. Most of the time when the Templar's Archive comes out this fast, it is usually Dark Templars. And there's 2 Dark Templars on the way. Might even see number 3. Triple Dark Templar. So whenever you see the Templar's Archive finish before support bay, you can pretty much say with certainty it's going to be Dark Templars. In some rare situations, we're going to see, in that scenario, fast Templar Storm instead of Reaver drops. But Reaver drops are on the way, Dark Templars are on the way. Not getting level 1 attack, not getting Zealot speed, because he only has 4 Zealots in the front. No point getting Zealot speed. They're yet to beef and speed those boys up. It's going to be Dark Templars first. Marines are splitting up all over the place. He's probably expecting Reaver shuttle Zealot push, but it's going to be Dark Templars. The Marines there on the side are going to try to kill that one Zealot there on the side. Retreats with those Marines. Putting 1 Marine there on the side. He has 4 barracks, might go for 5. No upgrade there on the way yet. Front door getting attacked, but there's a turret there in the front, so 1 Dark Templar goes down, which means the Dark Templar's going to have to stay on the middle and just play cleanup duty and make sure that Gensay never ever really comes into the middle of the map without proper detection such as scans or vessels to protect whatever is moving out. This is purely to get map control and keep Gensay contained for now. Shuttle drop there on the top. Speed almost finished up. We have Templar Storm on the way. We have Robo number 2 on the way. So he's very slow and late second Robo. Flies right into the Marine. This is a very weird location for a Marine to be. But it's right there. It's right here. And he flew right over it. Which means that Gensay now knows the direction the shuttle is coming from. And he's going to move his Marines in between where the shuttle is. Another Marine finds it. It gets found out twice. Not once, but twice. I do think Forfeit is going to try to brute force his way through over this top side. Still try. Because Gensay might not be expecting him to try from the top side. Goes in and it's going to work. Here unloads. Reaver shoots its load and SV does not explode. Nope. No connection there. SVs all stay alive. Turret also does not go down. Scan came down there from Gensay. He scanned the bottom side. He was probably expecting a second shuttle from the bottom. With 4 of 8 on that now double triple robo. He didn't have this second robo earlier, so his second drop really did get delayed. And he's going for a big Templar Storm drop as his follow-up drop. It's just a little bit of time, perhaps too much time in between that first Reaver drop and the second High Templar Storm drop. Perhaps a little bit too much time, because the one thing Gensay is really good at is using the time he's given to build up his defenses and spend his money really quick. Just look at his money, like just keep your eye on it for like 30 seconds and see how quickly this guy spends his money all over the place. I mean, he's got 300 APM with no spam, so it's a given his spending is going to be quick, but it's still very impressive. It just never goes over 300 or 400. It's always spending on the top, the front, the bottom, on the left. Always spending that money. It's so damn impressive. Even what 4 of 8 is doing is impressive. His money is staying very low as well. The spending is pretty much at the highest level possible. This is true macro play on the fastest map. But the follow-up drop from 4 of 8 is even later than expected. He didn't send it out yet. He's just really balling up a really big drop. Double Stargate there on the side for Corsairs, getting level 1 attack and armor. And Zealot speed, getting a second forge and an observatory as well, getting a more... He's just building an entire base before really committing to the assault. Gonna finish the entire base before committing to an assault. So many, 40 Marines on the bottom side, starts loading. A lot of Marines might go down to the storms, and yes, that's, oh wow, so many kills, 9. This one got 8. This one got 5. That's even more. He killed every single Marine on the bottom side with 3 storms. Beautiful stuff, but in the end, there are a couple more Marines on the scene to make sure that everything that unloaded did not get to the SCVs. But those storms were absolutely brutal. Like 40 Marines dead and gone on the bottom side. That's unheard of. With only triple storm, that is unheard of. And the beautiful thing is, Gensay even trying to dodge the storm drops, it was not meant to be. Level 1 attack finished up. He's got armory on the bottom. He's got a lot of factories on the way. He's got 6 finished up, and that's, let me see, science facility, 2 more, 3 more factories, 1 starport, turrets all over the place, bunker on the bottom, no bunker on the top, actually the other way around. Another big drop there, loaded up, ready to go. Let's click on it and follow it around while I take a little sip of my drink. Because apparently I need it. It's damn hot. It's too damn hot. Unload. Why is he unloading? What's he doing? What's he doing? He retreats back home, kills some units there on the middle. So he decides against going in, and I think he could have had a pretty good shot at killing some SCVs, but he probably didn't believe in himself to make the connection. Like, what we're seeing is that there's not a whole lot to protect. We have like 12 Marines, another 12, 10 in the front. This top section is pretty much just turrets and nothing else. And even those Marines alone will probably not be enough to snipe all the shuttles. Start unloading in the bottom corner out of tanker range. Marines dodging the storm this time around. They do not die. Beautifully dodged. High Templars moving forward. Trying to storm on Marines, missing storms really badly. Oh, Marine control is tight. It's tight, it's on point. I love me some good Marine control. So that attack didn't go that well. Purple High Templars were still queued on the shuttle and followed the shuttles right into the enemy base. Auto drop there, coming from the front. The top front. This beautiful angle that he always uses. Yes, this is the angle that Goliath's in between. Target firing on the shuttles. Oh, no target firing. Unloading on the scene. SCVs have a very difficult path to run away from, but they do make their escape from this very dirty situation. A couple do go down. Oh, 1 more Templar, but that's taken down as well just on time. Most of the SCVs do stay alive. Gensay prevents disaster yet again. But, you know, he's never gonna be given a moment to breathe, because look at this. Another 5 shuttles ready to go. Another 2 High Templars queued up onto one of the shuttles, so they're just going to keep on following them until they reach the choke point. That's... You know, it happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. Comes in over the bottom side. Goliath trying to snipe, but they're out of position. SCVs. High Templars too far away, actually. High Templars are on the bottom side. Unloaded too early, so the SCVs do, once again, stay alive. Let's get a couple of kills on... something. I'm not sure what he killed, but he killed something. Maybe a turret. Yeah, 2 turrets, a couple of SCVs, maybe a Marine. You know, SCVs that were not mining, like just SCVs that were building stuff. So a couple things that go down, but not a big hit. A couple Goliaths took some damage, but nothing to be worried about. So he's landing these structures. Oh, beautiful combo. Course has to kill the structures flying, or Templar to kill the structures that are on the ground. Mass attack for the front door. Do we have a front door? Not really, he just broke it himself to move into the middle to push, and these cells are going to break that down while the drop comes in over the bottom side. Goliaths are... SCVs run away. Gensay is on point. Gensay is on point. Gets like 4 groups of SCVs to safety. No more High Templars in there. Full attack. They're breaking everything down. Gensay might have moved out a little bit too early because now the Zealots are in the house, and that's always bad news. When the Zealots break through the front door and get into the main house, into the main base, that is when the trouble starts. That is when the trouble really starts. You can see it. Gensay below 150 supply. Luckily for him though, I don't... Actually, 4 of 8 has quite a good number of gateways. Got 10 on the side, another 7 right here. 17, 21 gateways. That's actually a pretty good number. 21 gateways is a really good number. A lot of cores here stuck here though on the bottom side, so some of his supply is a little bit wasted because it's doing nothing. Though you could say that it's getting control over the side. Gensay supply block from losing supply depots in the front. That's pretty big. That's pretty big because that means that he's gonna have to wait for supply depots to finish. He's starting them right about now. All the drops coming over the bottom side. He's keeping the Dragoons at a safe distance. Doesn't want to go in yet. He might go in when the drop goes in. Like, first let's send in the Dragoons to distract and then go in with the drop. Nope. It's a drop by itself, on its own. Goliath sniping. Templar unloads. Double storm on the Goliaths. Luckily, Goliaths don't just die to a single storm, actually. No, they don't. The lights don't die to a single storm. I think a storm is 112 damage, and they have 125 HP. 125 HP? 112.5 damage for a High Templar. The Dragoons there still being annoying, hitting the supply depots. Drop comes in again over the bottom side, but all Goliaths in between. Sweet stuff, it's tight. It's all taken down. Taken down indeed. A lot of drop already leaving though, but one single shuttle not going to be hard to take that down. So units on the side to take away vision. The entire bottom side has been cleared out. Let me show. This entire bottom side has been cleared out. No vision at all, except for scans that are used here on the front. And a science vessel that... Oh, he's going for the front door. Trying to distract a little bit, but his attack might be too small. No reason to pay attention to that. One shuttle comes in there, though. Not running away. Oh, running to... Oh, the High Templars got killed before they could storm. Gonna try to unload a Zealot on top, but nope, not quite gonna work. Zealot is on the bottom corner killing turrets. Yeah, when you unload the High Templars on their own, on top of the SCVs or somewhere around here, they will pretty much die instantly to tank shots and Goliath shots. There's nothing to take fire away from them. And you could notice the High Templars unloaded and they died instantly. I do think that we have carriers in production for the near future though. The fleet beacon is finished up. We have one single cyber core. Mass attack here on the middle with 1, 1, 2 upgrades. Tanks are on 1, 2. Oh, he unsieges at the exact same moment. So he might actually take a little bit more damage than he would want to. Storms to the bottom side. That is getting in deeper and deeper. And the micro from Gensay is actually pretty damn good. Manages to keep kiting and kiting away from the Zealots to prevent disastrous amounts of damage from happening. He's still looking perfectly fine. Arbiter in the sky. Arbiter in the sky. Stasis on the way. More... He's not going for carriers, he's going for arbiters. I like this. It's something different from the usual. Great unload on top of the tanks. Great unload on top of the tanks. How many factories does he have? That's 8. 11 factories. And he's going to fill out this entire bottom section as well, even more of them. So he might end up having about 20 factories later on into the game. For now, we're somewhat at a stalemate. 4 of 8 tries to attack. Gensay successfully defends. His gas is still low, but he is... Here's the thing. I'm not mining from that one. Not mining from this one. He's only mining from this bottom one. And these two are not being mined from. So his gas income is quite low, but he will probably figure that out at some point. For now, he's maxed out. He's building his base. Adding factories, dropping over the top side. Oh, that last one unloads, storms, but misses right in between. Right in between this group, right in between the group that run away. I need more drinks. I need more drinks. Ah, delicious. Okay. So he's pushing deeper into the middle. Each tank's shooting, but maybe I have to adjust the sound a little bit. I think the sound is just perfectly fine, honestly, I think the sound is perfectly fine. So yeah, he's going for arbiters, and ooh, I like the sound, I like the look of this. Will it work? Do we have a vessel anywhere close? Is triple arbiter is going to recall? It's a big recall. Look at all this right there in the front. It's going to be a big one. All little ropes being thrown away. Science vessel on the wrong side of the map starts the recall right on top of the entire main base. Tanks sieging up. Settles on the top corner. If he's running away. If he's returning to work. Oh, he's going to kill his own SCVs. Oh, he unsieges because the command center is going to get taken down there by the Zealots. Recall is working out. Recall probably a little bit underrated. If you find a good angle, a good moment to recall when the enemy does not expect it, this is gonna be the result. Huge recall. Zealots everywhere. Command center dead and gone. But, big but. There's a very big but on the map. We have about 20 tanks and about 20 Goliaths moving across the middle, ready to strike before 4-8 can recover his army. Zealots are loading on top of the tanks, but they're not sieged up. It's not going to hurt him too much. One Templar storm, but kind of kills one tank. Those two storms, though, are much better. That did a lot of damage. Soften up that middle part of that army quite a bit. Another arbiter there on the top gets found out by an SCV. Big army here on the middle. He really is in a tough, difficult spot right now. Arbiter being pulled into its death by accident, not what he had in mind. Good stasis, but the High Templars now have nothing to storm. And it's also kind of functioning as a wall, making it difficult for 4-8 to push forward. Making it a little bit difficult. We're just throwing away the shuttle and the High Templar because no energy. They have already had their use. He's kind of walking through easily, I guess. Kind of this one barrack there is distracting Dragoons. That's huge. This one barrack distracting Dragoons is huge. Because it means only the Zealots make their way through and the Dragoons here stay in the back. There's so much value in this one barracks there being annoying. So yeah, we have a huge fight here in this pathway, in this choke point. 4-5-8 fighting for his life. Whereas Gensay is fighting to end 4-5-8's game right here with this push. Does he have enough gas coming into the bank to finance that push? He will have enough gas for more vultures, but are vultures gonna be enough to make the difference? Great defensive matrix. Kills it, Reaver. That's good, that's good. That's very good. But his gas is so damn low. Please fix your gas. This one is mining now, I guess. These two are not really mining, it's just one SCV apiece. Push forward into the middle. Vultures are on the way, some tanks in tow as well. Trying to reduce the amount. He really needs carriers. He's trying to reduce the amount of tanks as much as he can, but the Terran ground army with level 3 attack is just too damn strong. Level 3 armor as well. 4-8 is on 3-3 himself, so equal upgrades, but those upgrades are simply better for the Terran than the Protoss. The Terran gets so much damage down from the level 3 attack there on the siege tanks. It's pretty much the tipping point where a Terran starts to dominate the ground. You can see it's just so difficult for 4-8 to push forward. He's just not succeeding in pushing Gensay away from this choke point. He's not succeeding. Maybe he needs some arbiters. Does he have enough gas? Probably just enough gas. He's going for some shuttles. If he hits another shuttle drop right about now, he can probably outlast Gensay. Because Gensay's economy is going to be toast. Actually, big recall with arbiters. There's about 7 of them hallucinated, 8 hallucinated. It's impossible to take down unless you got an EMP. Arriving on the scene, it's going to be a huge Zealot recall right on top of the economy. High Templar in tow, right there, hits the SCVs. Big Storm gets 22 kills. Another Storm there comes down. Can't quite see how many he killed, but at least 30 of them. At about 75, they're down to 45, and he's still killing stuff here in the back. Archon is morphing. Archon might get some real estate killed right here as soon as it starts moving. He's losing SCVs really quick, but he's still pushing forward into 4-8's base. Storms there, though, slowing him down. Oh, the entire backside is getting destroyed. Getting absolutely destroyed. Templar, Archon, this one Archon, having a field day. Goodbye, Archon, though. You know, Tank did his job. He does survive the drop, but his economy is broken. Bruised and battered. 41 SCVs, no command center, no gas, no minerals. He is in a difficult situation. Actually, one Dragoon there still being annoying, still killing SCVs. 2 tanks they're not paying attention to. Well, they're not paying attention. This Dragoon is just going to keep racking up kills. Look at him, 7 kills already. Mines in the pathway, though. Mines in the pathway. Exploding on Zealots. Storms across the high ground. Great storms. The tank's still alive, though, and he's just one more storm. But supply is now 100 difference. There's a 100 supply difference. Unload cells on top of those tanks, they do go down, so no longer has this ledge to make moving out difficult for 458. Moving new tanks towards that ledge to get shots from across the high ground. But no, he's already broken free into the middle, scans come down, and Gensay doesn't call GG, leaves the game. 458 is the victor yet again in game number 3. But we've got more games in his best of set. This is not yet the end. He's got scouts in the air. Look at this, scouts in the sky. I could turn this into a very dishonest and misleading thumbnail. Let's do that. Very misleading thumbnail for the video. It's scouts in the skies. Will this make people click? I don't know, but scouts, oh yes. Let's just false advertise this game. Scouts are gonna be built. Not a lie, but they never saw any combat. Anyway, that's game number 3 for today. I hope you enjoyed game number 3. Please do return for game number 4 tomorrow, or maybe on Monday when the weather over here is no longer as excruciatingly, terribly hot as it was today. For watching, RJB for RJB TV. See you soon.